having a mindset where you're actually thinking through the things you're doing will be really useful, right? Sometimes I see, young learners or learners that are not super familiar with instrumental practice routines. One thing I see is that, they'll kind of start repeating stuff over and over again, but then you kind of know that their mind has gone somewhere, like, what's for dinner? And you kind of notice. And so I think just trying to, every time you're making a motion on the piano or whatever instrument, every time you're making a motion on the piano or actually doing something and you're actually playing through, like, ask yourself, like, what am I trying to do here? Am I trying to connect the notes? Am I trying to hit this upper note? Am I trying to voice the fifth finger more than the first finger? Is this, and then of course, maybe there are larger questions about the musical material. Is this part of a longer phrase? Is it part of a shorter phrase? Am I trying to build the shorter phrases to build up to the longer phrases? That kind of intentionality in the thinking, that kind of mental practice, becomes as important as the physical practice. I know there are colleagues and friends of mine in the musical world. They do mental practice a lot, actually, just looking at pieces, looking at scores, if it's score-based music, and then trying to figure out what the scores are trying to say. So there's that type of mental practice. And then there's also the ghost playing mental practice, right? So even if you're not at the instrument, you can be looking at the score. Then you're kind of in your own thoughts, but you're still making the motions. So I can make the motions while I look at the score, and then I can kind of think about what the music needs. I think those are other things that just helps with the intentionality of doing the musical work, and then we end up making more meaningful practice, which leads to more meaningful musical results in performance.